Hello and very happy to see you on our channel again. Today we give you a piece of breaking news from a royal commentator. Meghan Markle has fallen into the Queen's trap and Meghan to rattle her own cage. Her Majesty the Queen is gathering all the intelligence and forming a plan. Many great leaders have used this strategy in defeating a foe. Being steadfast and not letting Meghan rattle her cage is, in my opinion, actually starting to cause Meghan to rattle her own cage. Meghan is not getting the reaction she probably thought she would. Hopefully, it's driving her even more crazy. Meghan is probably thinking that she has Her Majesty the Queen in check in the game of chess she's playing. After Meghan and Harry's year to become financially independent is when we should see the results of Her Majesty the Queen's strategy. With all that Meghan has said and done since stepping back, she's caused such strife and embarrassment for not only the royal family but the crown itself. Surely Meghan can't be that idiotic to not realize that what she was doing won't have repercussions in due time. She must know that Her Majesty the Queen will not let this go unanswered. Meghan will feel the full wrath of that checkmate. She will then have that smug smirk removed and learn some true discipline for once in her life. Her Majesty the Queen has advisors. Personally, my thoughts are they have not been advising well. This question would bring to mind another question, which would be, is the Queen listening and taking note of her advisors, or is she trying to find another way with her grandson in mind? Plus, I've always thought, and still do, that Prince William has been the one not prepared to tolerate anything which he sees as being detrimental to the monarchy. He may have learned from early days when he had to conform to many situations which he himself was party to. I think I'm at least on the right track when I say he learned the hard way. I think we all know that he must have opinions on this fiasco, strong opinions, but he has the grace and self-restraint, and most of all, respect for his wife, to let her take the lead as the monarch. I'm very curious about their conversations behind closed doors. Apparently, it was put forward that when Prince William left the all-important meeting that Meghan Markle was not permitted to eavesdrop on. She fled to Canada, and Harry was left to deal with all the repercussions at the time. He allegedly yelled at the reporters waiting in the wings. I don't know what they are playing at. It was allegedly reported that these remarks were aimed at Meghan and Harry stepping down. With that in mind, I also feel that since Prince Philip reached a certain age, he's not the man he was understandably and cannot engage in all that has been arising with the consequences of Harry's marriage, which, though many don't wish to acknowledge, and as allegedly reported, he was the one who coined the phrase stepping out with actresses, as opposed to marrying. Whether Her Majesty the Queen has strategies in play or whether she's being advised to continue presenting a picture of unfazed by the cage rattling remains to be seen. Personally, I and friends feel that actions speak louder than words. With this in mind, some of us would like to have seen more involvement in halting the disrespect and angst, which now illustrates many articles being printed here and worldwide. After all, it's not a pleasant situation and does bring the monarchy into the public eye in a way that's causing some to reevaluate their existence and the luxurious lifestyle and privileges the family enjoys. This is especially so during a time when many are suffering the loss of loved ones, facing financial hardship, plus the uncertainty of what's to come. Out in public, Meghan is family. Otherwise, she's beyond an enemy, but is seen as an aggressive bully. Due to her godlike belief in herself, she's better than the Queen any day. Meghan is uncomfortable. Therefore, as a plea for attention from the Queen, she tells everyone that she's voting and who she's voting for. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's breaking protocol. The case could end up in court. Why? It may be considered foreign interference in an election. Since Meghan Markle is dependent financially on the British taxpayers, the royal family, and has a title, she's considered a welfare recipient, not a megastar. Therefore, her voting rights she has here. Her baggage is an entirely different matter. It may backfire on her yet. However, the royal family may allow this event to play out. They probably will not take her title or cut her funds right away. She's predictable. She continues to make one mistake after another. So the quote of "never interrupt your enemy when he's making mistakes" has never been truer. Fortunately, the Queen is a better chess player than she is. Checkmate. Meghan talks about social equality while flaunting her royal title, even though she was not born to it or earned it through commitment or work. She talks about the empowerment of women with everything she's received in life was through her associations and exploitation of men. Her hypocrisy knows no bounds. She's got her own mini Sandringham sanctuary with her dogs laying on the lawn by her feet, like Her Majesty the Queen. Wooden walls, recently painted white, just like the Kensington apartment of the Cambridges. No imagination, but compensates with hypocrisy in speaking about rank and equality. When will their financial independence start? 7 months to go before the review is over. Meghan does not use Royal Highness before her title. As the wife of the Duke of Sussex, she is the Duchess of Sussex and entitled to use that title in spite of her political statements. She no longer represents the British monarchy, nor does Harry. Neither uses Royal Highness anymore. By using Duchess of Sussex, she receives more attention for her causes. Plus, she's probably sticking it to all who are jealous of her, right? She now owns a house in Montecito. Why would she ever leave? Charles will have to continue to fund her expenses as long as she has Archie living with her. Though I'm sure the royal legal team will have worked out what she needs in order to stay on there, and it won't be on the scale they've been living up to now. The PR teams can go for a start, especially if they really do cost $1 million a month. After all, having tried to find a fortune and so far failed, she won't need PR if Charles is giving her an allowance. Instead, she can live freely on far less. In fact, it can be a condition of Charles's funding. She doesn't work at all and instead has to be a good mother to her son. America is not a kingdom. People live their dreams on their merits, not cashing in on titles. She's a hypocrite. If she's so happy being in the US, she should give up her title and stop cashing in on it. She's a nobody without the royal family money or its connection. She fools no one except Harry and his family. Meghan Markle is a full-blown cluster feeding, all in one. But of course, she is a totally thick skin and thinks that she's an exception and ought to be treated differently from everyone else. Meghan Markle planted her hooves from the start and boomed, "What Meghan wants, Meghan gets." Cobblers. Remember Wimbledon? She had her minder disturb other spectators, telling them not to photograph her. Meghan and Harry are an embarrassment, with their heads embedded in a place where the sun doesn't shine. Another royal fan had this to say, "I'm an American and I agree. All of the negative PR is so disrespectful. I think Meghan and Harry's PR team is working overtime, and I'm seeing a lot of interviews with Scobie. There are so many people that respect the monarchy, and I guess some that want to see it abolished. Yet the people see all of the news about the $14 million home they purchased, yet Frogmore's renovations have yet to be repaid, and Prince Charles is providing financial support as well. Yet with the pandemic, I'm confident many are struggling to survive financially and secure employment." Then you have Meghan and Harry and their blatant disrespect of the Royal Highness in so many ways, but they have no financial struggles, it would seem. Yet, they have no steady stream of income. They have so much more than most and do not even appreciate it. Or do they merely take it for granted? They act so entitled, even Prince Harry. How can he continue to allow his family to be called toxic and racist? I'm sure that all of this combined is very disheartening to the British people and decimates the character of the monarchy. I assume the Queen is playing the long game and following the British adage of never complain, never explain. This is certainly not her first scandal in 68 years of reigning, so she will act when she deems the time is right. But as a spectator, it's excruciating to watch, as I, like most, feel there should be consequences for their treacherous actions. How about you? What do you think of Meghan Markle and the Queen's relationship? Please let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share our videos with your own followers. And as always, come back to our channel for all the latest news on the royal family, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, right here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.